Welcome to this presentation, which replaces the Year 10 curriculum evening normally held in the Academy Hall. After hearing this presentation, if you have any concerns or further questions, please contact me, Frances Dawes, at the email address given, fd@churchill-academy.org. These are the points that I will be covering in the presentation. I will share the head teacher's key messages that all staff and students have now heard. I'm going to talk about our learning values. I'm going to run through the changes that we have made to reports. I'm going to summarise the key dates for Year 10, and I will give a brief overview of the curriculum and their assessments and where you can find further information should you need it. There is no ignoring the disruption that our Year 10 students have experienced since March. The lengthy period of school closure, coupled with remote learning, has made it essential that we really planned carefully how we were going to reset Year 10 and then move them forwards. We did a lot of this work during Term 6 and over the summer break, when we worked with staff across the Academy to ensure that we were ready in September to launch our recovery curriculum approach. Strong and positive relationships between all members of the Academy not only help us to establish good routines in any academic year, but are proving essential as we support each other, continuing to manage safety and anxiety around coronavirus. To support relationships, we asked all of our teachers to complete additional training, which they have done. This training was around anxiety, trauma, loss, and grief. They've also refreshed their safeguarding knowledge. We believe that our new pastoral structure is supporting our recovery curriculum approach well. It means that our tutors have fewer students to focus upon, and our heads of house have fewer students to maintain an overview of. It is early days, but we believe that we are already reaping the benefits of this. The membership of our community does change every year as students leave and join the Academy. Our processes for welcoming students back, welcoming new students and sharing information have been really different this year. But our new timings of the day have meant that every morning there has been sufficient time for tutors to not only share information or deliver a safeguarding or head teachers assembly, but to really check that students are okay and to spend time with them. Within the classroom, our teachers have planned how to check that students are okay, to identify where the gaps in their learning are, and already they are talking to them about how this will be addressed so that there is no sense of panic or work overload. And this is about making sure that our students are confident, that they are confident in rebuilding their learning, and they are confident in reskilling themselves in all the ways that they can learn, that they are paying attention to their metacognition. We are also clear that there is a balance between catching up and giving our students space for them to rediscover and fly with their learning. So finally, on this recovery approach, the majority of Year 10 students have returned engaged. In the last week, they've really showed us a real sense of enjoyment of being in lessons, surprise, surprise, and a seriousness about wanting to just get on with it. And we know that you have helped prepare them for this and are supporting us in making sure that they are positive about their learning. So thank you. If you wanted to find out more information about our recovery curriculum approach, I've put the link in for you below. So as the year progresses, we continue to reinforce our learning values, and these will continue to be emphasised in lessons and tutor times so that we can be confident that Year 10 are going to be in a strong place at the end of the year and ready for Year 11. These values are explicitly taught and looked for in lessons. They are contained in the assignments that your children will be completing at home, and they are a feature of our effort grades as shown on our reports. More about reports later. On this slide, I have listed the key dates for Year 10 parents. The reports will be published on Insight on the 9th, of October, 11th of January and 30th of April. Year 10 have exams at the end of March, and I'd like you to note that the Parents' Evening is the 5th of May. We're hopeful that by then we may be able to have a face-to-face evening. The Year 10 reports this year will be as follows. All reports 1, 2 and 3 will contain an effort grade. Reports 2 and 3 will also include the achievement grade, which is based on a snapshot of where teachers think students are achieving at that point in time. On this slide you can see an example of the first Year 10 report. You can see how the attitude to learning grades have changed from the previous academic year. And here are the effort grade descriptors that we are now using. It's probably been a while since you thought about exactly what your child is studying at school, and we're conscious that you may wish to refamiliarise yourself with the content of each subject that they are studying. You can do this by looking at our website. Most Year 10 students are taking English, Maths, Science, as well as 4 option subjects. They also have non-examined PE and PSHE on their timetable. The curriculum booklet is on the website and gives details of topics, issues and approaches in each subject, which exam board is used, details of deadlines or assessments for this year, and also the names of any recommended books or revision guides that you may wish to purchase. To find the curriculum booklet for Year 10, go to the Information tab on our website and select Curriculum from the drop-down menu. Once on the curriculum page, the Year 10 curriculum booklet is found towards the bottom. Unfortunately, there will be no work experience week for our Year 10 this year due to coronavirus, but we are currently planning to make sure that our Year 10 do not completely lose out on this important opportunity, and we are hoping to have a World of Work week in school towards the end of the academic year. Our experience tells us that Year 10 is often the time when our older students begin to really plan for post-GCSE. If your son or daughter needs support, or to talk to someone other than you, their teachers or their tutor, Susie McGonigal, our Careers and Business Engagement Coordinator, will be very happy to help them. They can either make an appointment to see her or email her directly, and of course you could email her yourselves. My last few slides are reminders. Please keep in touch with us. It is difficult for us to see you face to face at the moment, but you can either phone or email, and we promise we'll get back to you within 2 working days. All healthcare plans were updated during lockdown, but if you think that we missed your child's or they need a new one, please do contact Matron. And lastly, if you have any safeguarding concerns, please phone reception and ask to speak to a member of the safeguarding team. As a parent of a student in Year 10, we know that you will already be very familiar with Insight. We're continuing to use it so that you can track behaviour, attendance and look at your child's reports. If you have any problems with Insight, please let us know by contacting the email address below. We used Google Classroom during lockdown, and we're continuing to set all homework or remote learning activities through this platform. Our staff really embraced the challenge of learning a new system. We were supported by Mr. Hart, who became an accredited trainer, and it gives us new opportunities and improvements for the way in which we set homework. We've invited you as parents to take part in this too. You will have had an email from us inviting you to set up your own parent access. That concludes the presentation for the Year 10. Thank you for taking part.